Righto, Nick, let's go over this bike after it's just had all the bugs taken off it. So you see that that guard's been replaced. This one's being replaced, but I haven't replaced these tied two tank guards. They're genuine. I haven't found anyone that does these aftermarket. They're genuine and 140 bucks a side, so haven't really worried about investing in that. They're still functional. It's got new cush drive rubbers, got new front and rear sprockets with the new O-ring chain. You can see all the pitting and blasting on the engine case, but what I could unbolt from the frame, I didn't paint the frame at all. I just unbolted like the gear lever, the pedals, kickstand, and anything that I could unbolt before, so it wasn't so tempting to strip it down to a frame and go frame up. The headers have been cleaned up and painted. Subframe's been cleaned up and painted. The radiators come off and had to clean out all the bugs and shit. There's your rotors. There's no step on the rotors on the front. I have a new set of brake pads, a front and rear set I want to put on for sale. Now these Teneres, they are a bit of a bugger because they had chrome spokes on them, and there's no chrome left on the spokes. But the rims are straight. There's no nicks or gashes on the rims. The tyres are got heaps of meat on them. You can even still see, if I can find the Scorpion, you can still see the Scorpion bloody emblem in the tread. So again, the other front rotor, there's no wear or gouging on them. Fork seals are all dry. All dry. The unit's got, flick him on, I've put LED indicators on it. Where's the hazard lights there? They're not the original Yamaha. These ones didn't come out with LED indicators, and what you'll find is the flasher unit is not set up for LEDs. So apparently you can put like a Yamaha R6, new model R6 flasher unit in it. That'll fix that problem, but again, I haven't worried about it. Rear rotors got a little bit of marking in it, but you put the mics on them and they're still within spec. Again, I'll put a new pads on this, ready for sale. Rear rim, no marks or scuffs or dents on the rear rims, but again, the spokes, the chrome's gone off the spokes. Rear tyre, still heaps of meat, near new. The underside, that's still got the catalytic converter in it. I haven't dicked around with that at all. That's a pretty common mod, but this one's still in. The rear shock, dry, no leakies, and that's the only adjustment on it, the actual spring force adjustment. It's just a step up. You can get in there with a bar and step it over. There's the radiator header tank. There's not really a way of accessing the radiator cap without pulling this guard and the tank. I have put a new radiator cap. That was 110 bucks for the radiator cap, which I was in shock with, and aftermarket wouldn't fit, so I had to buy a genuine one. And the only reason why I changed it, it would just look shitty, and the seals were on the end of their life. New clutch cable, And here's the clutch, adjustable clutch levers, adjustable front brake lever, mirrors. The perspex is new, so it's crystal clear. Usual little pits and marks and covers on the handlebars, but yeah, tank polished up all right. Just missing little dicky things like that. There's supposed to be a cover over that, just like there. That's missing. I think one of the hand guards here is missing a cover as well, but that's the only ones that are missing on it. Heaps of meat on the rear pillion pegs. Like I said, I had to buy those to fit them on to get it registered dual seat. One thing I did want to show you, this guard, I've actually got the inside of this guard where these cracks were fiberglassed on the inside, and the outside is just a bit of epoxy to cover the seam. But like I said, they're still functional, still complete, but it's one of those things I didn't want to invest in just to sell it. It's only cosmetics. Got new spark plug, part of the service, new oil filter, all the good shit. No leaks on the water pump. And there's those clamps we were talking about. I got them, I pulled the radiator off. Every hose that came off has got new clamps. So you can see it's no oil painting. Not a showroom bike by any means, but it's complete. Everything's there, everything functions. It's neat, it's tidy, does what it's meant to do. And that might be long enough video. I'll give it a start in the next video.